When I woke, the curtains in the White Tower Infirmary were swaying softly in the wind. My first instinct was to touch my stomach. My flat stomach makes it seem as if I've never been pregnant. I tried to push myself up, but the protective charm beside the treatment bed flared at once and forced me back down. Where is my baby?
Ivy, don't move.
A familiar voice came from the foot of the bed. Theodore Winter stood there, his dark black eagle house robe looking cold under the white light of the infirmary. He was the youngest trainee healer at St. Rovan Academy of Magic. He had also once been my best friend, but now he held my healing records in his hand, and his voice was so calm, it did not shake at all.
The Phoenix Flame transfer was successful. Selena's curse has been stabilized for now.
I stared at him.
I asked you where my baby was!
Theodore did not look me in the eye.
The baby didn't survive.
6 months along. Poor thing. My whole body went cold. 6 months. My baby with Leon. The baby I had once secretly knitted tiny socks for in the White Badger House dormitory. The baby my mother had touched through my stomach and said would surely be gentle. Gone.
They had taken him out of my body, pulled out the Phoenix Flame, and put it into Selena.
Selena lived. My baby died. I opened my mouth, but no sound came out, only tears. After a long time, I called to that book in my heart. The Book of Fate. The air beside the bed glowed faintly, and a black ancient book appeared in silence. I had found it in a hidden chamber at the academy when I was 16. Back then, several Silver Serpent House students had locked me in the old tunnel by the Black Lake. By accident, I had pushed open a dusty stone door. When my blood fell onto its pages, it wrote down my fate. It said I would be betrayed by the 3 most important people in my life. My love anchor, Leon Valentin. My family anchor, Carlisle Ashfield. My friendship anchor, Theodore Winter. As long as any one of them truly chose me, I could rewrite the ending where I died. The Book of Fate. All 3 fate anchors remain incomplete. The Book of Fate. Fate cannot be rewritten. The Book of Fate. To break free, your body must die within 24 hours. I laughed.
What are you laughing at?
I want to leave. Theodore thought I was making a scene again.
Ivy Vale. Selena is your sister. She was tortured by dark wizards for so many years. You can't only think about yourself.
I looked at the empty space beneath my palm. A few hours ago, my baby had still been there. Now even my grief was called selfish. After the infirmary grew quiet, I saw my wand at the head of the bed. That Hapethorn wand had been with me for 7 years. It was not expensive, and its core was only ordinary moondeer tail hair. But it was the entrance gift my mother had saved for a long time to buy for me. I reached for it. As long as I cut open the engagement mark on my wrist, as long as I made it fail completely, I'd leave this fate behind. But the moment my fingers touched the wand, a disarming charm struck. My wand flew into Theodore's hand. He stood in the doorway, his face frighteningly cold.
Ivy, what are you trying to do now?
I looked at my empty palm. My voice was so faint I could barely hear it myself. Can't you tell? I want to die. Theodore let out a cold laugh.
Are you using this to make people feel sorry for you?
He walked over and took away my wand, the silver fork by the bed, the potion bottles, and even the letter opener my mother had left me.
You are not dying in my infirmary.
I watched him skillfully add another protective charm beside the bed. The charm locked around me. To him, this was protection. To me, it was another cage. I stared at him, somewhat lost in thought. When did we get to this point? Back then, we were still young. Theodore was not the top student of Black Eagle House yet. He was not the healing genius praised by every professor. He could even lose control of the most basic magic, and his classmates called him an idiot and a monster. They isolated him, bullied him. I was the one who secretly brought hot soup from the White Badger kitchens and stayed with him all night in an abandoned greenhouse. He had been shaking, his palms covered in cold sweat. He couldn't even speak. I opened my hand and let him write in my palm.
Am I going to die?
No. I'm staying with you.
After he recovered, the first thing he did was make me a potion for the scrape on my knee.
Ivy, when I become a healer, you'll be the first person I protect.
Now, the first person who had put me on a treatment bed and personally activated the advanced healing charm was also him. I lifted my eyes to him. Theodore. When you activated that healing charm, did you hear me begging you? His eyes flickered.
I said no. I said the baby would die. Did you hear me?
Theodore's fingers tightened around my wand.
Selena's curse had already spread to her heart. Any later, and she would have died.
So?
Based on the treatment outcome, it was the smallest possible cost.
The words landed harder than any curse. My baby and I were not people in his eyes. We were a line in a record. I stared at him. The smallest possible cost. So, to him, my baby and I together were just the smallest cost written in a healing record. I laughed until tears spilled out. Then who pays my cost? Theodore fell silent. At that moment, the Book of Fate floated beside the bed and opened by itself. On the page for the friendship anchor, Theodore Winter's name had once been circled in pale gold. Now the gold was fading. Little by little. At last, only a thin crack remained. Theodore could not see it. He only said in a low voice,
Stop making trouble. Selena wakes up today. She can't handle being upset.
I slowly closed my eyes. The friendship anchor had cracked, too. Theodore turned to leave with my wand in his hand. Before he stepped out, he paused for 1 second. He still said nothing softer. Selena's name had already taken up all the mercy he had left. Friendship anchor, unstable. I did not ask him to stay. A broken anchor did not deserve another plea. The door closed behind him, and the protective charm brightened again. I stared at the place where my wand had disappeared. For the first time, I understood that even my death had to wait for their permission.
Selena did nothing wrong. You shouldn't blame her.
They still don't understand me enough. How could I possibly stay obediently under their control? Late that night, I pulled the needle from the back of my hand. The protective charm in the infirmary was strong against outsiders, but around patients it was only a soft layer. I brushed my fingertips over the charm, again and again, letting it think I was still lying in bed. Every step I took made the pain in my lower belly remind me that a baby had once been there. I went to the astronomy tower first. That was where my mother had fallen. Helena Ashford was not my birth mother. She was the lady of the Ashford family, Carlisle's mother, and the only person who had truly held me from the day I was adopted. Ivy. Family is not written by a bloodline scroll. You are my daughter because you are in my arms. Later, Selena returned, and everyone said the real Miss Ashford was back.
Don't be afraid. You are a real Ashford girl too. You will always be my daughter.
The door to the astronomy tower had been sealed. 3 layers of protective charms covered it, clearly to stop me from coming near. I slid down against the cold stone wall and touched the memory parchment I had hidden in my job for a long time. Ivy, Mom loves you.
Live well. Take care of the baby. Mom will always love you.
I have no intention of trying to change this inevitable fate. I'm so tired. I want to go find my mother. I pressed the parchment to my chest. In so much pain I could barely breathe. The baby is gone, Mom. I did not take care of him. I did not protect you either. I remembered that day. Carlisle had brought Theodore and Leon to persuade Mother. They said Selena's curse could not wait. They said it was only a little phoenix flame from the baby. They said I was young, and I could have another baby later. Mother slapped Carlisle across the face on the spot. That is Ivy's baby too. Carlisle's eyes were red when he said,
But Selena is my real sister!
Mother looked at him with nothing but strangeness and disappointment in her eyes.
Ivy is your sister too.
No one listened. When they took me into the infirmary, Mother was left outside the astronomical tower. By the time I woke again, she had already fallen from here. Everyone said I had driven Mother to her death, but I knew I had not. They had pushed her toward the edge of the tower, step by step. Wind slipped through the cracks of the tower. The parchment suddenly lit up again.
Don't let them take your baby.
I covered my mouth and finally broke down crying, but it was too late. The sealed tower door stayed silent before me. They tried to cover up their mistakes perfectly. sorry my inevitable death has dragged down who love me, and those who love me. I had barely left the astronomy tower when a red beam of light struck me. Strength drained from my body, and I collapsed beside the moving staircase.
Carlisle Ashford stood at the top of the stairs, the Crimson Lion House prefect badge shining on his chest. He wore a dark red cloak, and his eyes were full of anger.
Ivy, how long are you going to keep this up?
I looked up at him. This was the family I had trusted most before.
He had once dragged several Silver Serpent House students straight to the dueling room after they mocked me for being Muggle-born.
Anyone who bullies Ivy answers to me.
But now, when he looked at me, there was only impatience in his eyes.
Selina just woke up, and you ran to the astronomy tower to put on this show.
I held the wall and forced myself to stand. I only wanted to see where Mom died.
Carlisle's face darkened.
You have no right to mention Mother.
My fingertips went cold. He walked towards me, one step at a time.
If you and Mother hadn't been so selfish, would Selina have suffered this much?
She was taken by dark wizards for years. She finally came back, and you couldn't even save her once.
Save her?
I laughed.
Carlisle, didn't you already use my baby's life to save her?
That was only an unborn fetus.
My ears rung, but he kept going.
Ivy, you took her life for so many years. Mother loved you. I protected you. Leon got engaged to you.
Theodore stood by your side. Now the real Selina is back. Why can't you give her even a little compensation?
The real Selina.
So all these years I had been fake in their mind. I asked him,
Do you really know how she disappeared back then?
Carlisle sneered.
She told us. You were jealous of her, so you left her alone near the Forbidden Forest on purpose.
She hid by herself.
I had said those words countless times. Ever since Selina came back, I had kept explaining. When we were babies, she had hidden on purpose to scare me.
Selina! Selina!
Then she accidentally triggered an old portkey near the Forbidden Forest and was taken by dark wizards. But no one believed me,
Because Selina had cried and said,
Carlisle, Ivy didn't mean it. Don't blame her.
so every crime became mine.
You are still slandering her.
He raised his hand, and the binding charm of Crimson Lion House wrapped around me again.
Ivy, when did you become this cruel?
The Book of Fate appeared at my side. On the page for the family anchor, Carlisle's name turned from gold to dark red, then split in two.
Then go protect the sister you chose.
Carlisle froze.
I don't want you anymore.
The Book of Fate showed that I had 16 hours left. Before Carlisle threw me back into the infirmary, Selina's communication crystal called him away.
I took the chance to break free from the binding charm, which had only half its power left. This time, I went to the Black Flake. At night, the Black Lake of St. Raven Academy of Magic held no light at all. The Silver Serpent House common room lay beneath the lake. Green water light would shine through the underground windows and spill over the stone walls. I used to be afraid of this place. When Leon found out, he once held my hand and stood with me by the lake.
What are you afraid of? I'm your fiancé now. No one in Silver Serpent House will dare touch you again.
At the winter solstice ball that year, he put the ancient Valentin family ring on my Inga. It was not a forced bond. It was a magical engagement.
Pure blood families use that old witness magic during engagement ceremonies. Both sides lit the ring with their wands and spoke vows before the Great Hall and the family crest.
Ivy Vale will be my only fiancé. The baby in her wash will be recognized as the heir of the Valentine family.
A pale silver mark had appeared around my wrist. I thought it was proof that fate had been rewritten. But now, the mark was cracked. I walked into the Black Lake, step by step. The water rose over my ankles, calves, waist, and stomach. Cold sank into my wound, and the pain nearly knocked me off my feet. Good.
A little farther, and I could leave.
I closed my eyes and let the water climb over my chest.
At that moment, a silver binding charm wrapped around my waist and dragged me violently back to shore.
I fell onto the wet, cold grass. Pain turned my vision black.
Ivy, enough.
Leon Valentin stood in the moonlight, his silver serpent house robe neat, without a single wrinkle. His wand was still glowing in his hand,
But his eyes held only disappointment.
You really can't stand seeing Selena get better, can you?
I looked up at him, the man who had made a magical engagement with me, the father of my baby.
he pointed his wand toward the lakeside. Floating candles, silver ribbons, and celebration banners hung there. Banner congratulations on the recovery of Selena Ashfield, the prophesied girl of Crimson Lion House.
My baby had just died, and they were preparing a celebration ball for Selena by the lake.
She suffered under that curse for so long. Tonight, she only wants to be happy for a while. Do you have to make a scene here?
I gave a small laugh.
Do you know what it cost for her to live?
Leon avoided my eyes.
Ivy, we can have another baby someday.
I looked at him. He went on.
Selena only has one life.
Wind swept over the black lake, cold enough to cut.
The engagement mark on my wrist finally shattered.
Silver fragments of light fell onto the grass.
Leon saw it at last. His face changed.
Ivy, your mark.
But I no longer had the strength to explain.
The Book of Fate turned a page beside me. The Book of Fate. Love anchor broken.
Leon reached towards my wrist, but I pulled my hand back.
The silver fragments faded between us, and with them, the last part of me that had once waited for him.
Congratulations, you're free.
Don't say things in anger. It's okay. I can fix it. Theodore can fix this.
No. You already fixed what mattered to you.
The air fell silent. He knew I was talking about Selena. Behind him, the celebration candles for Selena kept burning.
In front of him, the mother of his baby could barely stand. He still looked toward the candles first. I pressed my cracked wrist against my chest and gave him no answer. If a vow could only matter after it shattered, then it had never protected me at all. Behind Leon, the celebration banner for Selena swayed in the wind, bright and untouched.
Ivy, answer me. Why did the mark break?
But he didn't get a reply from me because after several anchor breaks, my body couldn't hold on any longer and I fell backward in front of him. As my consciousness faded into darkness, I breathed a sigh of relief. I could die.
When I woke again, my hands and feet were fixed to the treatment bed. This time, it was not an ordinary binding charm. It was a holding charm Theodore had personally placed on the bed. I could not move. What a pity that I haven't managed to die yet. When will this torture that's destined to end in death finally come to an end? Outside the infirmary, Everything was lively. Tonight was Selena's recovery ball. The image mirrors in the Academy Hall projected the scene onto notice boards on every floor. Even the infirmary had not been spared. I turned my face and saw golden candles floating in the mirror. Selena stood in the center of the hall in a red and gold crimson lion house gown. Carlyle stood beside her, keeping the crowd from pressing too close. Theodore held a potion cup and reminded her not to tire herself out. Leon lowered his head and adjusted her shawl. They were all fine. Only I lay in the infirmary, still carrying the pain of my baby's death in my body. Martha, the female healer, could not bear to watch. She waved her hand and shut off the image mirror.
Honey, don't look.
She was not my mother, but she looked at me in a way that made me want to cry. The Book of Fate floated beside the bed. With the last of my strength, I lifted a finger and wrote on the page, Ivy's writing.
I don't want them anymore.
The Book of Fate. The fate anchors have broken. The Book of Fate. The condition for release remains unchanged. 7 hours left. When Martha changed my medicine, she whispered,
Your body shouldn't be this weak. The healing records say it was only a mild flame extraction.
But you are far worse than that.
I stared at her blankly.
She froze. They didn't tell you?
Tell me what?
Martha opened the healing records, and her face grew paler and paler. This has been altered. I stared at the parchment records in her hands. What should have said Phoenix Flame Extraction had been covered by a concealment charm and changed to ordinary fetal blood transfer. In other words, the healing notes Theodore had seen might have been false from the beginning. It turns out that from the very beginning, Selena's goal was always to kill me. Outside the infirmary, the music from the celebration ball suddenly grew louder. Through the thick walls, I heard the crowd cheering. Martha held my hand. I'm going to find Mr. Winter. I shook my head. No need.
No one could save me.
I looked at the healing charm beside the treatment bed. Still not fully extinguished. My phoenix fire still lingered there. If I forced myself to finish the reverse charm and made that healing charm backfire, maybe I could end all of this. After Martha left, I began murmuring the reverse charm again and again. The magic of White Badger House was not sharp or dazzling. The professors always said we were good at tending plants, soothing magical creatures, and fixing what others had broken. I had never thought there was anything wrong with that. I liked making withered moon vines bloom again. I liked bandaging the wings of injured night ravens. I also liked bringing Leon hot soup after training, leaving bread for Carlyle after night patrol, and sitting with Theodore while he watched a potion simmer. But now, I suddenly understood. I had been fixing everyone else. No one had fixed me. The healing charm that had not yet gone out was pulled by the syllables I murmured, and it began to glow. The charms around the bed lit up layer by layer. The binding charm shook violently and cut into my wrists. It hurt, but not as much as when my baby was taken from me. I closed my eyes and spoke the final syllable. With a boom, every light in the infirmary went out.
The healing charm is out of control! Go get Theodore Winter!
When Theodore rushed in, his face was not calm for the first time.
Ivy!
In the chaos, I felt myself being pressed back onto the bed. Charms and potions fell over me in layer after layer, but I could barely feel anything anymore. Theodore threw himself to the side of the treatment bed and checked my wounds and engagement mark. The next second, his face went deathly pale.
How is this possible?
Martha's voice trembled beside him.
I was just about to tell you. She lost more than the baby's phoenix flame. Her own phoenix bloodline was damaged too.
Theodore froze. He opened the healing records and turned page after page. The concealment charm had failed in the backlash, and the real notes finally appeared. Extraction target, The baby's phoenix flame. Secondary loss. Ivy's own phoenix bloodline. Risk. Irreversible. His hands began to shake.
I didn't see this line.
Martha looked at him.
You see it now.
I could not speak. My whole body had gone numb from pain. Only a few fingers could still move. Theodore took my hand. His eyes were terrifyingly red.
Ivy, what are you trying to say?
With the last of my strength, stroke by stroke, I wrote 3 words in his palm. Ivy's palm writing.
Kill me.
Theodore went completely rigid. I could no longer speak. My lips would not move. My throat could not form a full sound. The backlash from the healing charm had burned through my body. Theodore used every stabilizing charm he knew, but all he could do was keep me alive for a little longer. The Book of Fate hung at the foot of the bed. 5 hours left. Theodore stood beside the bed. The pride he usually wore was gone from his face. Again and again, he checked the records. Again and again, he cast mending charms. But each time, the mending charm was swallowed by the hollow space where my phoenix fire used to be. Martha asked softly,
Is there anything else she wants to say?
Theodore looked at me. I slowly moved my fingers. Martha offered me her palm. I wrote very slowly, Mom, baby. Martha's eyes reddened at once.
What happened to her baby?
The infirmary fell dead silent. Theodore lowered his head. At last, he said it.
The baby's phoenix flame was extracted and given to Selena.
Martha stepped back in disbelief.
A 6-month-old baby?
No one answered. That silence was the cruelest confession. Martha looked at me again.
And her mother?
Theodore's face turned even paler. I heard his breathing shake. After a long moment, he suddenly turned and rushed out of the infirmary. His furious roar soon came from the hallway.
Carlisle Ashford, get over here right now! Your sister is dying! I mean, Ivy!
Is Selena the only sister you have?
His voice echoed through the corridor and struck the portraits on the walls into silence. I closed my eyes. In the past, hearing him lose his temper for me would have made me happy. Not anymore. I no longer needed anyone to stand up for me. Martha placed Mother's memory parchment before my eyes.
This fell from your robe.
The page lit up, and Mother's voice sounded again.
Ivy, Mom loves you.
Tears slid from the corners of my eyes. I wanted to tell Mom that I would be leaving soon. No more pain. No more listening to them call me selfish. No more watching my baby be treated as medicine for someone else. The Book of Fate turned a page softly. The Book of Fate, friendship anchor, cannot be repaired. When Carlisle arrived at the infirmary, his first words were still blame.
Doesn't Ivy know Selena can't handle being upset?
The moment he finished speaking, Theodore slapped him across the face. The sound was sharp. The entire infirmary went silent. Carlisle's head snapped to the side, and the Crimson Lion house badge on his chest shook. He stared at Theodore in disbelief.
Are you insane?
Theodore's eyes were bloodshot. He pointed at me on the bed.
Look at her! She is dying!
Only then did Carlisle look at me. His face changed, little by little. Maybe I truly looked terrible now. The healing charm backlash had drained every trace of color from my skin. And the cracked engagement mark on my wrist was gray-white and glaring. He stood there, not daring to come closer.
You are her brother. She may have something she wants to say to you.
I did not move. I did not know what there was left to say to him. When I did not respond, his voice grew hoarse.
Ivy, are you pretending again?
Theodore lunged at him and grabbed his collar.
She can't even speak!
Carlisle finally looked frightened. Not guilty yet. Just frightened.
How?
At that moment, the echo orb at Carlisle's waist lit up. Selena's voice came through it, soft and sweet.
Carlisle, where are you? Everyone is asking why you left the ball.
Carlisle instinctively tried to shut it off, but Theodore pressed his hand down. The echo orb remained connected. Selena probably thought only Carlisle could hear her, so her voice became even softer.
Carlisle, Leon said Ivy's engagement marker's cracked. Does that mean they're about to break off the engagement?
Everyone in the infirmary froze. Selena went on.
If he ends the engagement with Ivy, will people talk if I'm with him?
Carlisle's face lost all color. Then Leon's gentle voice came from the other side.
You just woke up. Don't think about that.
Selena laughed softly.
But Ivy is always making scenes like this. I'd rate. I'm Syphil Ivory and seen the corn shiz tat. I'm so afraid she'll say I killed the baby again. All of you agreed to save me, didn't you?
Leon did not deny it.
She'll understand.
I closed my eyes. So what they discussed at the ball was when I would finally make room for her. Theodore snatched the echo orb.
Selena, do you know she's dying?
The other side went quiet for a second. Then Leon's voice turned cold.
Stop joking. Is she making trouble again?
She won't be making a scene much longer. You'll be free soon.
The Book of Fate rose. After the Echo Orb incident, people quickly gathered outside the infirmary. Students from Crimson Lion House, professors from Black Eagle House, classmates from White Badger House, and several prefects from Silver Serpent House had all heard what Selena said through the communication. Leon came too. When he pushed the door open, impatience still lingered on his face.
Where is Ivy?
No one answered. Martha stepped aside. Leon saw me on the bed, and his pupils shrank hard.
How did this happen?
I looked at him and did not even bother to blink. Theodore gave a cold laugh.
Didn't you say she was making trouble?
Leon froze where he stood. His gaze moved from my face to the gray-white engagement mark on my wrist. Carlisle stood by the door, still holding his cheek. He looked at Leon, then at me. No one could find a sentence that was not an excuse.
All of you should see what you chose.
At that moment, the Book of Fate rose from beside my bed, and its black cover opened by itself. It never showed its contents to others. But now, everyone saw the words on the page. The Book of Fate. Fate recall begins. The Book of Fate forced the infirmary's recall charm awake, and last night's treatment records unfolded in the air. Everyone saw me being placed on the treatment bed. They saw Theodore activate the healing charm. They saw Carlisle standing outside the door, forcing Mother to sign the consent scroll. They saw Leon silently press the Valentine family ring against the contract to confirm the baby's identity.
You cannot do this! That is Ivy's life too!
Carlisle's voice followed.
Mother, Selena is your biological daughter. The baby in Ivy's belly is only unborn baby.
Carlyle stumbled back.
I didn't mean it like that.
The Book of Fate did not stop. Every denial died before it could leave his mouth, because the image had already spoken for him. Theodore's face went pale as he watched his own hands in the recall.
I read the record. I thought it was only...
You thought. And she paid.
Leon stared at the image of his ring pressed against the contract. The ring had recorded his silence more faithfully than any witness.
Ivy.
I did not answer. If he wanted forgiveness, he had come to the wrong bedside. The image stayed in the air, forcing him to watch the exact moment he had traded my baby for Selina's survival. No one in the room could pretend it was a misunderstanding anymore.
Stop the recall! Stop it!
A second image appeared. It was by the edge of the Forbidden Forest years ago. A young Selina hid behind a tree, watching me desperately call her name.
Selina! Where are you? Stop hiding! This isn't funny!
Young Selina covered her mouth and laughed, clearly waiting for me to get scolded. The next moment, an old portkey lit up. A dark wizard's shadow emerged from the trees and dragged her into the dark.
No! Let me go! Selina!
Everyone saw it clearly. I had not abandoned her. She had hidden by herself to frame me. Carlyle's face turned deathly pale. His knees went weak, and he almost fell.
No. She said...
A Crimson Lion student standing near the door whispered first.
You know, so Ivy was blamed for nothing?
Another student lowered their head, unable to look at me.
We all believed Selina.
Carlyle covered his ears, but the recall charm did not stop. His old accusation echoed in the ward, one sentence after another.
Ivy, I didn't know.
But not knowing had never stopped him from punishing me. I still could not speak, but the memory answered for me. The young version of me kept running toward the Forbidden Forest, screaming Selina's name until her voice broke. That was the sister Carlyle had chosen not to hear.
I called you cruel because I believed her.
A third image appeared. Selina sat in a dark wizard's chamber, a bloodline scroll laid out before her. The name shown on the scroll had originally been mine. She used a concealment potion to change it to her own.
As long as they believe I am the prophesied girl, Ivy's phoenix fire will be mine.
The infirmary went dead silent. Leon stared at the image. Silver bloodlight began to seep from the engagement mark on his wrist. The Book of Fate turned to the next page. True heir of the Phoenix bloodline, Ivy Vale. True sacrifice, Ivy Vale. The words hung in the air, final and undeniable. Theodore stepped back until his shoulder hit the medicine cabinet.
The true heir was Ivy.
And you cut into the true heir to save a liar.
Carlyle's lips trembled.
Selina lied to us.
Leon suddenly clenched his wand.
Bring Selina here.
No one moved at first. They all understood that bringing Selina here would not save me. It would only show how late their justice had come. I watched the last image fade. The truth had arrived. It was useless. After the truth came out, no one in the infirmary dared to speak. Leon walked to my bedside step by step. He had once been so proud. The student president of Silver Serpent House. The heir to the Valentine family. The brightest person on the flying field. Now, he did not even dare touch my hand.
Ivy.
I did not look at him. His voice shook.
I didn't know Selina changed the records. I thought it was only an ordinary fetal blood transfer. I thought the baby...
At last, I moved my eyes and looked at him. His words died. We can have another baby someday. He had said that. How could he not know? The magical engagement was not decoration. The Valentine family ring had recorded every vow he made. It confirmed that the baby was his heir, and it also recorded his silence beside the treatment bed. The Book of Fate. Love anchor, Leon Valentine, failed. Leon's face turned ashen. Carlisle knelt beside the bed, clutching Mother's memory parchment.
Ivy, I was wrong. Look at me. Hit me. Curse me. Just don't ignore me like this.
I did not move. The Book of Fate. Family anchor, Carlisle Ashford, failed. Theodore stood farthest away.
Ivy, I killed you with my own hands.
The Book of Fate. Friendship anchor, Theodore Winter, failed. The Book of Fate. All 3 anchors have failed. The Book of Fate. Time remaining, 30 minutes. At last, someone in the infirmary broke down sobbing. Leon suddenly turned, as if he wanted to rush out and find Selena. But I knew it no longer mattered. Selena would be judged. Leon would regret it. Carlisle would suffer. Theodore would remember what I had written in his palm for the rest of his life. But my baby would not come back. Mother would not come back. And I did not want to come back. Leon stopped at the door, his hand shaking around his wand.
I'll make her pay. Ivy, I swear I'll make Selena pay.
Carlisle raised his head, eyes red and broken.
I'll find a spell. I'll bring Mother back. I'll bring your baby back. I'll do anything. There is no spell for that. Shut up!
Theodore did not fight back.
If there were, I would have used it already.
I listened to them argue over impossible things. For years, I had begged them to believe me while I was still alive, still standing, still able to be saved. Now they finally believed me only because I was almost dead. That was the cruelest part of fate. It did not need to lie. It only waited until people were too late. In the last 30 minutes, Theodore did something no one expected. He walked to the center of the infirmary, cut open his own palm, raised his wand, and cast the Forbidden's transfer charm on himself. The charm fell toward the healing charm that had not yet gone out, and toward the Book of Fate.
What are you doing?
Theodore did not turn around. His voice was calm.
I can't save her, but I can help her break free.
Carlisle rushed forward to stop him, but a protective charm threw him back.
Are you out of your mind?
Theodore looked at me, tears falling onto the infirmary floor.
She asked me to kill her.
He smiled faintly. It looked worse than crying.
I can't do it. But at least this time I won't choose her life for someone else.
The Forbidden's transfer charm sank into the Book of Fate. The black pages lit with phoenix fire, and the final page slowly turned. Theodore's hand shook so badly that his wand nearly slipped. Still, he held the spell steady. This time, the pain would be his choice, not mine.
Theodore, stop! If this fails, she'll die faster! She is already dying, because we were cowards!
I felt my body grow lighter and lighter. The pain faded, little by little. The infirmary, the crying, Leon's shattered eyes, Carlisle's desperate calls, Theodore's pale face, all of it drifted farther away. I saw Mother standing in the light. She was holding a very, very small baby. She smiled at me.
Ivy, it's time to come home.
I wanted to cry, but I realized I had no tears left. The Book of Fate burned with golden flames in the air. Everyone saw the final lines appear. The Book of Fate, Ivy Vale. Fate released. The Book of Fate. All 3 anchors have failed. The Book of Fate. Welcome home. White light fell. My body stopped breathing on the treatment bed. Theodore collapsed in the center of the infirmary, his breath faint. Leon knelt beside the bed, holding the engagement mark that had lost its light, and cried out loud for the first time. Carlisle held Mother's memory parchment and called my name again and again until his throat bled. But I could not hear him anymore. In the white light, the baby reached toward me with a hand smaller than a petal. For the first time in 24 hours, I was not afraid.
Mom, I miss you. Welcome home, my girl.
Later, St. Raven Academy of Magic held a public trial. Selena was struck by the backlash of the remaining pages of the Book of Fate and lost the Phoenix bloodline she had stolen. Her false identity as the prophesied girl, her altered memories, and the proof of her deals with dark wizards were all exposed under the tribunal recall charm.
Selena Ashfield, do you deny altering the bloodline scroll?
Selena stood in the center of the hall, pale and shaking.
I was scared. I only wanted to survive.
You survived by stealing another girl's life.
The recall charm opened again above her head. Everyone saw the dark wizard's chamber, the concealment potion, and her own voice saying Ivy's phoenix fire would be hers.
She made us hate Ivy. She misled the Academy and caused the death of the true Phoenix heir.
Selena looked toward Leon first, then Carlisle, as if one of them would still protect her.
Carlisle, I'm your sister. Say something.
Carlisle did not move.
I already chose the wrong sister once.
Selena turned to Leon.
Leon, you said I only had one life. Nothing is more important than me.
Leon's face was cold.
And Ivy only had one too.
The tribunal recall charm continued to burn above the hall. The stolen Phoenix bloodline tore itself out of Selena's body in golden sparks. She screamed and collapsed to the floor.
No! It's mine! It shouldn't be mine!
Stolen blood never becomes yours.
The golden sparks did not return to Ivy. Nothing could. They only vanished into ash before everyone's eyes. Leon watched in silence. That was when the Valentine family elder stood.
Leon Valentin, you press the family ring against the consent contract and confirm the unborn heir.
I know.
You then allowed that heir to be sacrificed.
Leon's fingers tightened around the dead engagement mark.
I know.
From this day forward, you lose the right to make a magical engagement. The Valentin inheritance is withdrawn.
Leon did not resist.
Give it to someone who understands what a vow means.
The words sounded calm, but his hands were shaking. Carlisle stood nearby, pale and motionless. Theodore lowered his eyes. Everyone remained silent except for Selena, who reached out to stop the golden sparks from dissipating.
No, impossible! You all clearly love me! Why are you doing this to me?
No, it's you who's been stealing our love for Ivy.
Selena burst into laughter.
You're all a bunch of ragged, fake gentlemen! What are you pretending to be deeply in love for?
If you really loved her, I wouldn't have succeeded.
You just needed a scapegoat to take the blame for your mistakes! I did nothing wrong!
Everyone fell silent. No one dared to utter a word in rebuttal. Carlisle was removed from the Auror candidate program. On the day he left Crimson Lion House, the prefect badge on his chest split in two.
A man who cannot recognize his truth from tears cannot carry an Aurat's badge.
Carlyle took off the broken badge without arguing.
I understand.
But understanding had come too late. After that, he kept searching for forbidden spells that could revive Mother and me. But every page gave him the same answer. Fate does not turn back for regret that comes too late. Every winter solstice, Leon returned to the Black Lake and stood all night on the grass where the recovery ball had once been prepared.
Ivy, I came back.
The lake never answered him. The wind blew across the place where silver ribbons had once celebrated. Selena's recovery, and Leon stood there until dawn, waiting for forgiveness that would never come. Theodore never wore the healer badge again. He sealed his hand inside the remorse charm of Black Eagle House.
Winter, you are throwing away your future.
I threw away hers first.
That hand could still raise a wand, but every night it repeated the same 3 words.
Kill me.
As for the Book of Fate, it was returned to the underground chamber. The same chamber where I had found it at 16. The stone door closed again. Dust settled over the floor. The academy listed the chamber as forbidden, but students still whispered about the black book that had once judged 3 proud young men and 1 false prophesied girl. Do not touch the Book of Fate unless you are ready to see what your love is worth. Years later, a White Badger student once found the hidden door by accident. She saw the book on the stone table and reached toward it, but the pages did not open.
Is this the book from the Ivy Val trial?
Yes. But it has been blank ever since.
The pages were blank now. My name was no longer there. No anchor could ever trap me again. I was not saved by their regret. I was freed because I finally stopped waiting for them to choose me. Some deaths do not represent tragedy, they may be a liberation, the beginning of a new chapter in one's destiny. The Book of Destiny closes, awaiting the next destined person to open it. This is neither a curse nor a blessing, it simply depends on how you write your own destiny.